All right, session 3, Verse Rock Fellowship's new member orientation, session 3. Healthy church membership, what it looks like. Church and family. Ephesians 5:22 and other verses explain this out. I encourage our family members to be faithful. When we're talking about church and family, we're talking about not only your actual blood family, but the blood of Christ family that you have. So what we want to do is encourage one another to be faithful in attending and be faithful in volunteering and helping within the church. Again, it goes back to that relationship thing. There are people who are on my deacon list. They're on my deacon list. I know them, but I'm not really close to them. Well, we have a couple hundred people that come to service here every single week, and depending on what we're doing, we may or may not see everyone. But that person that sits right next to you and has sat next to you for the last 6 months, that suddenly hasn't been coming for 3 straight weeks, you probably notice. Reach out to them. As part of the body, we reach out to one another and say, hey, what's going on? Notice you haven't been here for a few weeks. Sometimes, in all honesty, that's not good enough. They wanted the pastor to notice that they weren't here, or someone else to notice that they weren't here. And you're just not the one that they wanted to notice. But most of the time, just the fact that somebody notices helps them to be like, oh, and I don't want to let them down. Let's go this Sunday. We'll get back. It's just we got out of the habit. We had something going on, and we just haven't been there. Pray together for the church. What a great thing. As we strive to love our families more deeply, we should exhort our family members to love the church more deeply. Because loving the church more deeply loves the mission of the church. The mission of the church is to spread Christ. That helps us to love Christ more deeply. It's just this big circular thing that the love just increases. Unhealthy serving patterns. Get excited about church. Woo! I love coming in. It's great. I love it. There's never been anything better in my entire life. This is like just the absolute apex. Oh man, I want to get involved. I want to get in there. I want to start working. I want to bring my talents. I did buildingchurch.net. I did that. I now know where I can come in and I can get excited. I can make things happen. We're going to move. We're going to shake. Hey, wait a second. This isn't what I thought it was. Because if you've ever worked with me, I will throw myself under the bus on certain things. That there are certain aspects of what I do that I need help with because it's not where my gifting lies. But if you come to an event, the event always comes off. Always. Every time. It's there when you come and you're ready to go. The event always happens. Well, if you're a person who is a very meticulous step-by-step planner, and you go, I want to help you with da-da-da-da-da. And I'm going to go, cool. And you go, so what's the plan? And I say, okay, so that thing's going to happen in like 4 weeks. Ask me like 3 days before, because I got 21 other things happening between now and then, and that is, I'm not even worried about that yet. Honestly, it's on the calendar, it's not even on my mind. But I want to help with that. Okay, yeah, I got it. But so if you want to go ahead and start running with it and do whatever preliminary legwork, great. Just like it's not going to be on my radar until we're much closer. Well, depending on how your makeup is, you might be like, well, why don't I want to be part of it then? If it's just going to be thrown together. Hey, it's not thrown together. When I concentrate my focus on it, it will definitely not be thrown together. It's going to get everything I've got for 72 hours before it happens or whatever. It's going to get all of it and it's going to go off and it's going to be. I just can't operate in that way that says I need to be concerned about this thing that's 6 months from now. That's not how my mind works, and there's all like that doesn't work. But if depending on how you're made, you see that very much as an imperfection. It's always just getting thrown together at the last second. Always just thrown together at the last second. Went well, or whatever. So when you find imperfections, then you get discouraged. Wow, just rush. I don't like being part of something where you just rush all the time. Okay. So there's other ways that you can handle that. You can absolutely be the person who, like I said, I don't get offended. If you say, do you mind if I go ahead and start working on it now? Yeah, do it! Woo, knock yourself out. Now I don't have to worry about it till the day of. I love that. That's even better. But offer a way to help. But that a lot of times that's not what happens. People get discouraged. And once they get discouraged, they leave. The thing about that serving pattern is it tends to play itself out over and over and over. So you leave here and you go somewhere else because you're so excited because that person's got it together. And you get involved with that, and within 6 weeks, 8 weeks, you're leaving there and going somewhere else. Why? Because, well, I thought, but it was just all thrown together too. And you're like, yeah, well, maybe. There's that unhealthy serving pattern. Woo! I'm so excited! Yeah! Until I'm just not feeling it. Remember, I'm going to shock you. No church is perfect. Did anyone pass out? Okay. No church is perfect. They all have flaws. No church is perfect because the church is made up of people. None of us is perfect. So there it is. No pastor is perfect. Fact. You may not believe this, but if you catch our pastor on the exact wrong day at the exact wrong time, he may not smile at you.
Oh.
He may not shake your hand that particular day.
Well, he must not like me.
Yeah, exactly. I tell the quick story about this. We were going to there was a pastor in the church we were going to. The pastor got up there and he goes, I want to tell the story. He said, there was someone who came to me after the service last week, and I was standing back there shaking hands, and the person walked up to me and said, hey, I want to talk to you about your wife. And he goes, now, for those of you that go to church here, you know my wife. She's a very nice person, kind person, very open, talks to everybody. And he said, so I'm like, well, okay, what do you need to talk to me about my wife about? He said, last week your wife did not speak to me. And he said, wow, okay, really? Yeah, just totally ignored me, did not speak to me. And he was like, I was shocked. I was like, wow, that's not like her. That is not like her at all. He said, so I just said, I can't, I don't know what to say other than I'm sorry. I'll ask her what was going on. Can you give me an idea of what happened? He said, yeah. I was standing over here, and she was over there, and she was talking to this group of 3 or 4 people, and I stood over here, and she never once stopped to say hello or anything. She just kept talking to those people that she was talking to. And I finally just got tired of it and walked away. And he said, so, wow. But when you saw her, you said hi, and she didn't say, well, no, I didn't say hi to her. He said, okay, right, I got it. Now I understand. Because, right, I didn't make the move to say hello, and she just ignored me. She probably didn't even know that you were there, because she was having a conversation with these other people at that moment. He was like, that's the reality that we live in now. No church member is perfect. I come close, but not quite. Neither am I. It's hard for me to say it. I'm not perfect. I'm not. Grateful church membership. See the membership is something to be treasured. We have the opportunity to serve. I don't know about anybody else's background, but I lived my life for myself. I was not saved until I was an adult. I did whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, however I wanted. And I still to this day cannot believe the fact that God allows me to serve Him. I have an opportunity to serve Him that I don't deserve. So He gets everything I got. Whatever that is, whatever He wants, He's got it. He's got it. God has given you a free gift of eternal salvation, forgiveness of sin, adoption into His family, indwelling of the Holy Spirit, and becoming a part of the body of Christ. So with true appreciation, we should respond to the giver. Treasure your membership with joy and anticipation. You get to be part of the process. Whatever the things that are going on in the church, you get to say, that is my church. We are doing that. And how exciting it is to be able to say that. When you see someone who is a missionary and they're telling you about what's going on in Iraq or Iran or Asia or wherever they are, and they're telling you about that, and you go, we get to be part of that. Like, this is no small thing. They will be counted unto my good at the time of the judgment, of the Bema judgment. It will be counted to my good that I get to stand there, and God will say, and you were witnessing to those who were in Iraq, and you're like, I never went to Iraq. Yes, but your giving and your prayer paved the way for the person who I sent. So it's just like you were going yourself. Like, oh man. I fall deeply in love with my church. Continue to fall in love regardless of the responses that I get. It means my love for the church will grow even as I may disagree or something or encounter disagreeable people. It happens. Sometimes people are just disagreeable. One of the things that Nicole learned when she was working at a retirement home is they said, if you meet someone who's old and mean, they were probably young and mean. It's not that most people change once they hit a certain age. No, they probably were always mean. Unconditional love is not easy, but it is demonstrated perfectly for us in Jesus. Universal or local. Universal, when we talk about the church universal, we're talking about all believers everywhere. There are certain books that were written to specific churches, where specific churches are named. The book of Acts, specific books that were written specifically to the churches: Romans, Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, Thessalonians. These were written to the churches in those individual locations. Church matters are covered in 1st and 2nd Timothy and Titus and Philemon. As a church member, I am to be functioning, giving, serving, ministering, praying, evangelizing, studying, and blessing. I am to unify, sacrificing, accepting, and forgiving. Serving, outwardly focused, and having the mind of Christ. Supportive, I pray for my pastor. Healthy, starts at home, and I show unconditional love. And grateful. And that is that. Thank you for being a part of the 3 sessions of membership training here for new members at First Rock Fellowship.